First mover Asia. Large Bitcoin holders content to hold long positions amid regulatory turmoil. Also, Bitcoin holds steady near $30,400, unstirred by Fidelity's filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF and unexpectedly strong U.S. jobs and productivity data. Good morning. Here's what's happening. Prices. Bitcoins was holding firm to its perch comfortably above $30,000. Other major cryptos were largely in the green. Insights. Bitcoin supply last active indicator reflects bullish sentiment about the asset. Prices. Bitcoin brush off as Asia markets opened Friday HKT. Bitcoin was trading sideways, largely unmoved by news a few hours earlier that financial services giant Fidelity Investments was refiling an application for a spot Bitcoin ETF for unexpectedly strong U.S. economic data. The largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization was recently trading at about $30,400, up 0.6% over the previous 24 hours. Fidelity joined Blackstone, Invesco and WisdomTree, who have filed spot BTC ETF applications with the SEC over the past 2 weeks. These initiatives have buoyed investors and sent crypto prices higher. What's striking to observe is how the digital asset industry continues to rebound from negative news. CJ Rime, co-founder and managing partner at venture capital firm Amity Ventures and a contributor to Core DAO, wrote in an email to CoinDesk. Despite regulatory uncertainty in the U.S. and notable failures like FTX, we are witnessing global competition for the nascent industry heating up, as well as increasing institutional demand as evidenced by BlackRock's recent Bitcoin ETF application. Ether, the second largest crypto in market value, was recently changing hands at $1,844, also roughly flat from Wednesday, same time. Other major cryptos were largely in the green with SOL, the token of the Solana smart contracts platform, recently soaring more than 14%. As CoinDesk reported Thursday, crypto traders on the Solana blockchain have been following the example of Ethereum's liquid staking token LSD craze by leveraging their SOL token derivatives in pursuit of lofty yields through an obtuse, re-leveraging process. The trend's emergence follows Drift Protocol's Tuesday release of a new service, known as Super Staking, which packages the entire cycle into a one-click operation. The CoinDesk Market Index, a measure of crypto markets performance, was recently up 1.2%. U.S. equity markets largely shrugged off the positive economic data, a revised 2% increase in GDP and decline in weekly jobless claims that suggested inflation would remain problematic and offered potential support for the Federal Reserve's plans to raise interest rates 2 more times in 2023. Such monetary hawkishness has repeatedly unsettled asset markets over the past year. At the Banco de España Fourth Conference on Financial Stability, Fed Chair Jerome Powell noted central bank uncertainty about the appropriate inflationary medicine in the months ahead, although he has suggested in recent weeks that the Fed would raise rates in upcoming months. Nonetheless, inflation pressures continue to run high, and the process of getting inflation back down to 2% has a long way to go, Powell said, adding, "We see the effects of our policy tightening on demand in the most interest rate-sensitive sectors of the economy, particularly housing and investment. It will take time, however, for the full effects of monetary restraint to be realized, especially on inflation." In an email to CoinDesk, Akash Mahendra, director at Hayden Foundation and portfolio manager at digital wealth platform Yield App, wrote that while the Bitcoin ETF frenzy was good news for Bitcoin's price, the industry's success would also depend heavily on innovation. Endorsement from large institutions is fantastic, and we do all hope that BlackRock's ETF goes through, not least because rejection would be very, very bad for Bitcoin, Mahendra wrote. However, at its core, blockchain is really a place for innovation beyond what is available in the traditional finance sector. Insights. Bitcoin investors are comfortable holding despite having a reputation for volatility. One Bitcoin metric in particular has moved consistently higher, highlighting Bitcoin investors' confidence in the asset, not to mention their propensity to sit on their BTC holdings. Data from on-chain analytics firm Glassnode shows that Bitcoin last active more than 2 years ago is at an all-time high, despite enduring a frigid bear market that took the price from a high near $70,000 in 2021 to about $16,000 at the start of 2023. Bitcoin is currently trading at about $30,000. Yet more than 55% of Bitcoin's circulating supply has not moved since 2021, and that percentage reflects a 10% decline over the period. Meanwhile, CoinDesk's Bitcoin Trend Indicator, another measure of investor sentiment, has risen into significant upturn category after spending much of the past few weeks pointed downward. A decline in supply last active would indicate a fundamental shift in investor views towards the asset. So far, investors seem willing to accumulate and hold. Important events. Blockchains. 23 Hamburg, Germany EU Leaders Summit 9 a.m. HKT/SGT 1 a.m. UTC, China NBS Manufacturing PMI June CoinDesk TV. In case you missed it, here is the most recent episode of First Mover on CoinDesk TV. Coinbase responds to the SEC's lawsuit. Unpacking the Bitcoin Cash rally, Coinbase claimed the SEC reached beyond its jurisdiction and violated due process requirements. This comes as Bitcoin Cash touched a one-year high earlier this week. Ryan Grace from Taste to Crypto shared his crypto markets analysis. Plus, Damas founder Will Kasserin discussed the Bitcoin-friendly social media app's recent battle with Apple. And 6 Clover's co-founder and CEO Jim Nguyen weighed in on the future of crypto cross-border payments. Headlines: Fidelity refiles for spot Bitcoin ETF. The refiling for the asset manager's previously rejected fund comes about 2 weeks after BlackRock applied for its own spot Bitcoin ETF. Liquid staking frenzy spreads to Solana as Drift's Superstake offers one-click leverage. Drift Protocol Superstake is a hit among traders trying to get extra yield on their staked SOL tokens. SEC has no jurisdiction over cryptos on Coinbase, exchange says in lawsuit response. Coinbase filed an answer to the SEC's lawsuit early Thursday, arguing the regulator violated its due process and is reaching beyond its jurisdiction. Lacoste expands its NFT ecosystem with new rewards. The latest expansion of the Lacoste Web3 universe grants holders access to creative sessions, contests, video games, and interactive conversations. Apparently, it's very difficult to custody crypto. Prime Trust, the allegedly insolvent crypto custodian that owes customers upwards of $156 million, is not helping the crypto industry's shady mainstream reputation. This article was written and edited by CoinDesk journalists with the sole purpose of informing the reader with accurate information. If you click on a link from Glassnode, CoinDesk may earn a commission. For more, see our ethics, policy,